Hola chicas y chicos, me llamo Yani, como se llaman los locales aquí en España. And today I want to make a video about our entire process ng pagpunta namin dito sa Spain. Thank you so much to all of those who watched the videos in YouTube, and I know a lot of you got inspired kung paano madala yung buong pamilya mo dito sa Spain. So right now I am making this video as a summary of the process, kung ano yung mga kailangan yung prepare para magpunta dito sa Spain, what are the requirements, who are qualified in this visa, and gaano katagal yung process usually. I'll try to squeeze everything in this 10-minute video and hopefully magkasya siya. As a background, I am a virtual assistant for more than 10 years. I started my career way back in January 2009. So let's talk about Digital Nomad Visa. Ano yung Digital Nomad Visa? It's a visa that allows non-EU citizens to live in Spain while working remotely for foreign clients. So yung mga qualified dito is yung mga remote employees, yung mga freelancers, yung mga VA, basically anyone who can perform their task remotely or online. Pwede din siya sa mga consultant with international clients and a business owner with location independent company. So yung 80% of the revenue must be outside Spain. So you must be 18 years old and above. You have a clean criminal record. You have a private insurance that is valid in Spain if you apply in your home country, which is yun yung ginawa namin. You must show a professional qualification that is 3 years of remote work experience. Or if wala ka namang 3 years of remote work experience, you can present a degree or a diploma that is related to your current job. You have an existing work relationship with your client for at least 3 months. And yung business ni client dapat more than 1 year na siya existing. Because in the additional requirements, they would be asked to provide a certificate of good standing which shows na more than 1 year na nag-i-exist yung business nila. Pwede ba yung may business? Kasi ito yung kadalasan na tinatanong sa akin sa chat or sa comment sections. Pwede naman siyang may business, but that is a slightly different case than mine. I would suggest you hiring a professional to help you with that case, as long as yung business mo is location independent, and then meron kang proof ng business activities, contracts, and income. Next question is, who can be your dependents in this pathway? Yung immediate dependents na pwede mong dalhin with the Digital Nomad Visa is your spouse or your partner. Paano kung hindi kayo kasal? Well, if hindi kayo kasal, that's okay. You just need to provide additional documents which shows that you guys are living like a normal married couple. So that can be an additional document like a joint bank account, a joint rental agreement, pwedeng mga ganon. The other dependent that can come with you is your children. In this case, kahit mga adult children, pwede nyo silang dalhin as long as they are still dependent on you financially. Tapos, pwede mo ring dalhin yung children ng mga partners mo kahit hindi ikaw yung biological parent nila. Finally, you can bring your elderly parents as your dependent as long as you can prove that they are depending on you financially, or if they have physical conditions that would require you to be close to them. It's one of the most important things that you should meet para mag-qualify ka sa Digital Nomad Visa. And it is your salary requirements. Now, there are 2 different types of salary requirements. Mas mababa if you apply directly in the Philippines, but it has its own advantages and disadvantages, while mas mataas naman if you apply directly dito sa Spain. Kasi there are 2 ways to apply for this visa. You can apply in the consulate of your home country, Spanish consulate of your home country, or you can fly papunta dito sa Spain and you apply from here. Kaya lang, there are the advantages and disadvantages to both of that. Kasi if you want to come here in Spain and to apply directly or locally dito, you need to secure a Schengen visa para makapunta ka dito, and that's when you can apply. While if you apply in Philippines naman, pwede kang mag-apply sa Cebu or sa Manila kasi dalawa yung agencies na nagpa-process for this. And mas mababa yung income requirements. However, yung ibibigay lang sa'yo is 1 year visa validity. While if you apply directly naman dito sa Spain, you will be given 3 years of resident authorization. So in that case, hindi ka na kailangan mag-renew the next year. Whereas kapag nag-apply ka sa Philippines, you need to renew after 12 months or 3 months before mag-expire yung visa mo, you need to renew again. Yun lang yung disadvantages niya. However, please take note that in the most recent applications, mas maigi na naabot mo na yung requirements for Spain sa Philippine application income requirements. Yeah. And now for the full requirement checklist, it is in the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but this is what we submitted, and also ito yung mga additional requirements na hinihingi na ngayon sa mga applications dyan sa Philippines. So the income requirements, hindi siya pwedeng combined income of you and your partner or anyone in your household, kasi when you apply for the Digital Nomad Visa, yung mga dependents natin, bawal silang mag-show or they're not required to show income. So, kailangan lahat ng income galing sa main applicant. So, the minimum income required is 200,000 for you and your partner. Ang dapat lang mag-show ng income na yon is the main applicant. Kailangan ba lahat galing sa one client lang? So the good thing about this visa is there is no limit to how many clients you can present or show as long as you meet the minimum income. It can be as many as 5 clients as long as ma-meet mo lang talaga yung income niya. Other question is, yung 3 years of minimum experience, kailangan ba from one client lang? No, it doesn't have to be necessarily from one client only. As long as you can prove na meron kang continuous na background, or as long as you can prove that you have 3 years of remote work experience, which can be proven by previous certificate of employment or contract from your previous clients. Pwede siya. I think I also mentioned it in my video na hindi din kailangan tuloy-tuloy yung work experience mo or your previous remote work experience, because you can justify it as long as meron kang total of 3 years remote work experience. About your employer, gaano ka nakatagal dapat sa employer mo for you to qualify? 3 months with your current client, and yung business niya dapat existing for more than 1 year na, because one of the requirements that we need to provide here is the certificate of good standing. This certificate of good standing is para siyang BIR registration ng business ni client doon sa country or sa state kung saan nakaregister yung business niya, and it shows kung anong year siya na-incorporate and if they are paying taxes doon sa business nila, regularly paying the taxes. Yun yung isa sa mga main requirements for that. And this certificate of good standing, actually you don't need to ask your client for this. Pwede nyo siyang kunin on your own as long as you have the name of the business. Kasi mabilis lang naman siyang i-search, lalo na if the business is located in the US. And the name of the owner at times. Kailangan hingin mo din yung name ng owner na nagpa-register ng business nila. It typically cost around 60 to 350 kasi may mga states doon sa US na you can't order the apostille online kasi kailangan mo pa siyang ipa-apostille. So, kukunin mo yung certificate of good standing and have it apostilled kung saang state siya nakaregister. But then, some states won't allow you to apostille through online ordering or through email. So, kailangan mong mag-hire ng local notary service to apostille the document for you. For me, I think yung certificate of good standing, isa siya sa may pinakamatagal na process na kunan na documents. All the other documents are pretty straightforward to get. So, ano na nga ba ang gagawin mo ngayon that you know that you qualify for the Digital Nomad Visa? So, what I did in the past is that I asked permission from my client first kasi that is the very first step. They need to know that you're coming here in Spain because they will sign this letter that they allow you to perform or do your task remotely, and specifically dapat nakalagay doon that you are going to do that here in Spain. So, yun lang yung part na dapat gawin ng client mo. So, magpaalam ka na maayos sa kanila that you plan to come here in Spain using the Digital Nomad Visa, or you don't have to mention it really. You just need to get their permission so they can sign that letter for you. And then next is kunin mo na yung NIE mo or the foreigner's identity number kasi isa siya sa pinakamatagal na process, especially in the Philippines right now, because number one, you need to set an appointment first and then the consulate will give you an appointment and then another waiting time para matanggap mo yung foreigner's identity number mo. And while waiting for that, you can start processing all of the other requirements katulad ng certificate of good standing, yung PSA birth certificate, yung mga local documents na kailangan mong kunin. Yan lang. And then finally, yung sa mga ano yung mga isasubmit mo for your dependents. Well, I'm gonna flash it here. Konti lang yung requirements na hihingin for our dependents, and that's very good news. I'll also link down below kung ano yung ginamit namin na insurance when we flew here in Spain. And by the way, guys, yung nagastos pala namin lahat last year was 120,000 for the documents and the visa. Ito yung breakdown namin for the documents and the visa fee. Also, yung next na malaking chunk ng gastos namin was the flight ticket papunta dito sa Spain, and the next step was yung maghanap kami ng bahay dito kasi medyo natagalan kaming maghanap ng house. Yun lang muna for today's video. I hope I covered everything na kailangan yung malaman if you really want to come with your entire family dito sa Spain, because it's not impossible, lalo na if you meet the minimum income required. Yung requirements for this visa is changing siya. It has been changing since last year, and we need to be updated. We need to stay updated sa mga changes ng visa na to. Yun lang muna for today's video, guys, and I hope I kind of help you kung ano yung mga kailangan yung i-prepare, gaano katagal yung mga requirements. And by the way, we only DIY'd our process in Philippines. Kaya naman siyang i-DIY as long as you live in the city, kung saan madali lang kunin lahat ng mga requirements. But I would suggest you using a lawyer if you're really not confident into processing this on your own, kasi iba din yung peace of mind na mabibigay sa atin if we ask a lawyer to process it for us, especially an immigration lawyer. And I do have some recommendations below that because I've worked with them personally pagdating na namin dito sa Spain. Yeah, so yun lang muna for today's video, and see you again soon. Hasta luego!